Please double check the stream key. Okay. Here. Hold on, everybody. I'm checking to see if this is actually live, and it is. I'm trying a new system and not quite sure what I'm doing. So anyway, but I'm here and I think we're working, so I'm good. Hello, everyone. This is Carol Adams with Carol Adams Creations. I'm sorry you can't see me. I haven't figured that part out yet, but I'll get to it. I just wanted to come on. I am doing on my Facebook group, Carol Adams Creations. I'm doing Honeybee Week. And so yesterday, let me see if I can reach it. Yesterday, we made this adorable little honeybee teapot. And my husband cut it out for me, and I painted it, and just so much fun. And I plan to have kits available that I will be posting on my website and in my Etsy shop later tonight. And so, but today I have a desk behind me, and it's got a bookcase. And so what I want to do is I want to make a banner that I can put back behind me and then display all of my all of my honey stuff. So this is what I have done so far. I've already done some of it because I didn't want you to have to wait for me to do all of it. So I have 5 panels. I've left one undone so I can show you what I'm doing. And basically, I'm doing Be Kind. So I have stenciled several stencils, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. And I have all of these. And I found this fabric at Hobby Lobby that has these adorable bees. Also has a sunflower that if you're wanting just to cut this out, you could do that as well. I just thought it would be fun to do some fabric sunflowers. And so what I did, just to show you how, I just took, this is a round circle that is, and I just took something that's on my desk. It's about a 3-inch circle. And all I did was just, either trace it, or you can use the friction pin, or just hold it really well and then cut that out. And then I have one somewhere here on my desk. I cut out not only 3 different fabrics, but I also cut out one in this fabric, this canvas. And this is nothing but a drop cloth that I purchased at Home Depot or Lowe's, and then put it in the washing machine and used it for this. Now, for him, it definitely would look great if you could do, if you wanted to do some stitching or something else on it. I was just trying to keep it really short and really simple. So what I did for this, and see if I can get it all lined up here. It's kind of a mess, but that's what I want it to be. So what I did, and let me just show you, excuse me, with my circle. Then all I did, once I got all of my pieces together, just kind of stack them up. So I have one here. I have one of the canvas. And this one's really crinkled, but that's okay. And I have one of this. And I stacked them all before I cut them. And then I'm just going to stack those 2 on top. Okay. Now, all I did is once I got all of my circles, excuse me, all of my circles stacked up, all I did was take my scissors and then just made slits all the way around. And then if you get kind of like that, excuse me, you get kind of like that where it's pretty close together, just kind of scoot over, and you can do another one here and then kind of cut that one like that. And then you just go all the way around it doing that. Now, I just use a needle and thread because I am going to use a button, which I had in front of me, and now I have lost it. So let me get another one. I just have a button here, and I have brown thread. You could definitely just hot glue this without any problem. The hardest part is getting your needle threaded. Glad you can't see me for this. That might not have been good. Now, just a quick and easy way to make a knot at the end. Take both of your tails, take your needle and get it about the middle of the needle and hold it, and then do like 2 or 3 loops, however many. Hold it, and then take the knot with your thumbs and then just pull it down. And it'll make almost a perfect knot almost every time. Sometimes it doesn't. I have found that it's easiest to do a few stitches in the middle before you try to put the button on. It just kind of holds everything together. Make sure you can see me. Just kind of holds everything together. Oops. And now I'm going to stitch this button on. Okay. So I'm here. Okay. All of this. You might want to wait, if you're having trouble, you might want to wait to do all your clipping till you're finished with your stitching. And that might have been a little bit easier of a way to do this. But, you know, you learn from your mistakes of what's easy and what's not. Okay, I'm going to come up here again. See if I can catch this hole. Whoops. Well, we'll just do it this way. Whatever works. All right. And you don't have to do a lot because we're just going to glue these on to our banner. Oops. Kind of making a mess back there, but thank goodness no one's going to see that. Let me do one more stitch the other way. And then comes the fun part. Just do this, and then I'm going to go under it a couple of times and tie it off. Oops. And I thought I had some really large stencils, but I could not find them. So I just cut out the word kind on my Cricut. And they are about 4.5 inches tall. And the banner, hold on a moment, and I'll tell you the measurements for the banner. Excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. I can feel it. I know it's there. Now that I said it, I'll probably stop. Okay, the banner itself is, I wanted to make, it's about 6. It's about 6 and almost 6.5. And then I added about 1 inch that I could turn over, and I stitched. You could definitely do that with just hot glue or whatever you wanted. Okay, like I said, this is a fun part. So I wanted it to look kind of frazzled. And so I tried to do it by hand, and that didn't work. It just didn't give me the look that I wanted. So what I did and what I found works the best is to just take your flower and hold it by the back and hold it by the button and then just crumble it up in your hands. And just kind of rub it around. You'll get little pieces. Some of the pieces may fall off because it may have been. And then look at that. Isn't that cool? That is such an awesome flower. I just love it. And to think all I did was just scrunch it up. I lost a couple of pieces, but that's okay. So this one is already done. And then I want to just show you how I stenciled. Oh, there was my button. There was my button. How I did this. Now, I have this honeycomb stencil, and I have no idea where I got it. It's a 12 by 12 stencil. I'm sure you can find it on Amazon. I'm using Waverly Antique, the wax, and then I'm also using a makeup sponge. And what I like to do, and it kind of makes a mess at the top, but I like to just, do that. I know, don't turn off on me. Keep it going. I have my Cricut iron basically over here. So what I'm going to do is I have a piece of paper here. This is my to-do list. I'm just going to stamp in here, and then I'm going to kind of stamp it off a little bit because if you get too much paint, it will just bleed underneath, and you don't want that. So I'm just going to stamp basically with my makeup sponge. You could use brown paint as well. And see, then we have that. And I don't want to do the whole thing. I just want to do some of it. So I'm just kind of doing it in random places. I'm not even really focusing on where it's going. And I don't even care if it doesn't finish. Finish the pattern. Make sure you get it on the edges. Or on the bottom little tails there is what I meant. Okay, so I think that is good. I want to do down here, and then I want to do a little bit that looks like it's kind of coming over on that side. Now remember, we're going to have our letters on here, so some of this is not going to show. I'm going to move this up a little bit so I can get some of this up here. Okay, that's awesome, and that's all that you need to do. So I'm sure you can find this this stencil on Amazon. If I can find it, I will post a link so that you can see it. And I'll also post a link if Hobby Lobby still has it. I'll post a link for that bee. If not, I may, if you're interested, I may cut some up. And if you're interested, all you'd have to do is pay for the postage, and I'll be glad to send you one of the bees. Okay, so we have our here. I got to find my D. My D is somewhere on my desk. Where did D go? Craziness. Anyway, it's somewhere here. Okay, we have K, I, N, and then I got to find the D. So I used another stencil that I had that was more of script, and I put it here. Now I have a D somewhere. I have too many projects on my desk. Does anybody else have that problem? Let me move that over. Move all of this over. And see if I can find my D. Well, you get the idea, and I'll find it and I'll use it. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I want to kind of line these up so that they're all in the same spot. I'd really like it more up here. There. And we're going to post this here. I'm sure it is stuck to something else that was on my desk. Hello, Dee, where are you? Oh, well, it's here. I just don't know where. So I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do this one maybe here because it kind of covers up. I really like that one up there. So I'm going to put that one up there. I'm going to put the eye down here. I'm going to put this one, I was thinking maybe over here. And then the last one, I can do it someplace else, maybe move that up a little bit. And then move that one like right there. So what I'm going to do, so this bee, I just fussy cut it out from that fabric. And then I use Fabri-Tac glue and glued him on. Now, what I would suggest if you do this, what I would suggest is that you actually use like heat and bond, but I didn't think about it. And so, but if you gave this a layer of kind of some thickness of which heat and bond does, then it would be much easier to cut out. I lost this antenna and I lost that leg. It just pulled off with some of the other stuff that I had. And so, yes, I would definitely do that. All right, so I'm going to move these over. I cannot believe I've lost a D. I have just a towel here. I'm going to try to keep these all in the same place. I'm not going to measure because it's a banner. It's going to be, you know, it's going to be sticking off. Put that right there. I am going to just get a piece of fabric because that's all I have on my desk. I meant to get my towel and I forgot. Okay, so we are going to do this. And then I'm just going to heat set this. We'll try 30 seconds. And then see what it does. And then I won't make you watch me do all of this. I just wanted to show you what I'm going to do, how I'm going to decorate it, and then I will do another video that I will show you where I'm putting it and how all of it looks all put together. I'm so excited about this banner. Like I said, I'm doing Bee Week on my Facebook group, and it's just, again, it's just Carol Adams Creations. And see if that's enough or if we need a little more. I was really wanting some, oh, that worked really good. I was really thinking I wanted brown, but I didn't have brown. I think it needs just a little more. Just do a little bit more, kind of pressing on it. Make sure that's all down. It doesn't really like the canvas very well. And again, I purchased this canvas from Home Depot. There we go. That looks so good. So good. I just know my D is in the trash and I don't want to mess it up. So I'm just going to take this Fabri-Tac again. And you could do a whole bunch more decorations. You could do a zigzag stitch. You could do just really all kinds of things that you wanted to make this more festive or more intricate. Like I said, I was just going for the simple, and I'm just going to put that right there. I am going to let that dry. I'm going to put that aside. And then the last thing that I want to show you, so you don't have to watch me do this entire thing here, is I'm in between each one of my banners. I'm going to do a little bit of fabric tassels. I guess not tassels, but just fabric streamers. I actually found this in my stash and I was like, oh my gosh, that's going to work perfect. So I have that, and I want to use some of this darker as well. So the easiest way to do a tear in fabric is not to cut it. Now, if you don't like it to be, if you don't like the raw edge look, definitely cut it. But I like mine to be frayed. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to do this side. I've just made a little slit with my scissors, and you got to go over just a little bit. I know you waste a little bit of fabric, but if you don't, it's much harder to tear. So I'm just going to tear this. Oh, see? Okay, so that's okay. That's why this actually is the straight running, the straight of the fabric. I'm just going to make this, I'm just going to make it about, I don't know if that's 3/4 or a half, or 3/4 or an inch. That's about an inch. And I'm just going to tear again. Okay, I'm going to put this one aside. Okay. And I will tear up another one. But I just wanted to show you this. And you're going to do this for all of them. And I'm using this. I'm using a white, and I'm using a black polka dot. And then all of this is going to hang. And I'll show you that in a second. See, it just gives it a more rustic look, I guess you could say, maybe a country look. I don't know what you want to describe it, but I like that. I like that style. So I'm going to move this over. I'm going to do a white. Move that. I also had some bright yellow buttons, but I don't know that I want that. I think they're a little, I was just going to kind of embellish with these, but I think they're a little too bright. Okay, where are we here? Okay, this one's already torn, so that's helpful. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Hope everybody, if you lived in the Southeast Texas or the Southeast United States area, I hope you were safe from Hurricane Beryl. I know my brother and sister-in-law live in Houston, and they are still without electricity. That's not a good thing because my brother has to have it for oxygen. So, okay, so I'm going to do the same thing here. Let's scoot this over just a little bit. Sorry about the weird camera there. It doesn't like the black fabric. Let me move this. It's trying to focus. It was having trouble. Did you notice? It was having a lot of trouble. Okay, so I have this somewhere. I have jute rope, which I thought I had this jute rope. I had thicker rope, but I think this is going to work better. And then what I will do is I'll just put a safety pin in here, and then I'll just run it through all of the top part. I'll run it through all of these top things through my bow. Why do I keep saying bow? Okay, and you need to start with your last one or your first one going in. Either way, it doesn't matter. And then when I get in between, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take maybe a foot. I don't know if this is about, let's just do it a foot long of each one. And you'll have all kinds of strings everywhere. That's just the way it works. Let me get one of these. I'm going to do it from this other side. It is kind of obnoxious. Okay, I'm just going to cut all of those off. Along with my black piece. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie it on. So wherever you want it, I'm going to tie it on. And my friend Ginger does a much better job of this. Or if you don't like that way, you can do it, which this is probably how I'll do it, so it looks a little nicer. Get you a loop in the middle, put it under your, no, put it over, I think this is right, and you're just going to pull it through. I want it hanging down, not hanging up, but it, you know what, it's going to, that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. That did not work. Why did that not work? Hold on. It was just easy in my mind. Okay, so let's try this again. We are going to take our little grouping here. We're going to put it underneath there, and then we're going to bring in the tails into this piece right here. And then we're going to pull that. And then we will have this, and you can move it down just like this. Then we'll have this here, and then this one will go next. I'll have another one of these right here. And then I have these little bitty tiny bees. I have some bigger ones somewhere. The theme of my day is I can't find them. And I might just kind of hot glue or use the little glue and just add those to that. And I can even add them to my buttons, or even it would look really good if I added, oh, that is going to look so cute. Anyway, so I'm going to finish up this project. And I am going then, let me turn this off so it's not just overheating. There we go. I am going to finish my project. I'm going to find my D. I'm going to get it all strung up, and then I will do another live showing you. Isn't this cute? I just love this. This is going to be so cute, and these little bees on here. And then I will show you what everything looks like. So thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day. And I will be back later this evening to show you the final product. Bye, everybody.